Here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, InnerCityPress, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse. Today, Monday, November 24th, 2025. We've got a lot of stories, including the Alexander brothers sex trafficking case, and including a filing made by Fair Finance Watch about JP Chase and the Epstein files and debanking. But we have to report on X and Grok. It's a sad story. It's been a week. A week ago, InnerCityPress lost control of its X account, its main X account, InnerCityPress. Since then, we've noticed that tweets about the Ghislaine Maxwell trial have been listed as unavailable. We raised it to X right away, and I've spent the weekend actually back and forth with Grok. Grok started responding to my tweets about it and saying, "Don't worry, we're escalating this to support. Don't worry." And I had already provided all the information they needed, both by email, through their form, and by direct message to Premium and support. Grok kept saying, "We're escalating it, hang tight." Good article, it said. Good article on various habeas corpus petitions that I'm reporting on. And a Sean Combs case in which Shantae Kelly has now said that it was in Riverdale that it happened. Great reporting, but nothing has happened from it. It's hard to understand. I thought Grok was in with X or Tesla or XAI. Instead, Grok is playing a position sort of like it's a low-level customer support trying to cool down the complainant and say, I'm asking my bosses to help you. No, I think, so we'll see. Maybe it's true that despite its size, nobody works over the weekend at X. Maybe, and again, sorry for my tone, but it's too much because we have news to report. Also today in Brooklyn, Chauncey Billups is going to be presented and arraigned in one of the two cases, in the poker case, but he's also, I believe, as an unnamed co-conspirator, part of the parlay case. There's also the baseball case over there. There are a number of other cases that we're supporting. But as we turn the corner, we will go financial again, because only this morning, Fair Finance Watch filed with the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency a three-pronged complaint against JP Morgan. Now, JP Morgan has been named by various people on the Hill as having not filed suspicious activity reports that it should have regarding Mr. Jeffrey Epstein. So there's a subpoena out. But there's been a real decay in the mortgage lending of JP Morgan Chase. And most recently, crypto individuals are saying, not just in the past, but currently, Chase is closing accounts without explaining why. That is to say, debanking. Now, Mr. Jonathan Gould of the OCC has made a big pitch that he's taking debanking really seriously. He's really going to get to the bottom of it. Well, we'll see, because we now have on at least 8 pending Chase branch opening applications and closing in low-income areas a comment about debanking, as well as mortgage disparities and the Jeffrey Epstein matter. So be looking for that. Of course, we can't put this out, this Jeffrey Epstein-related material, on our X account because X has refused to return it for 1 week. I want to contrast. I have things to say about the UN, but this is too... Maybe the UN will come into this. I want to contrast it. Now, Amazon did take down InnerCityPress's book about the Ghislaine Maxwell trial and all of its other books because of that, but it took 6 days and it was resolved. And it's been resolved. Well, there's a few pending issues, but the Ghislaine Maxwell ebook is still unavailable. But that took 6 days. Well, it's been 7 days with X, and it's a much simpler thing. It's simple. It's simple. Just return the account. We provided an email address that it can assign it to, etc. Now, the difference is Amazon never responded publicly. It was a series of emails, and finally they say, "Okay, you're back. We made a mistake." Pretty much. X does it publicly, which is good, except that it becomes ghoulish when nothing is done for a week. Now, of course, the UN has been longer than a week, and their ghoulishness is to publicly claim to be for press freedom while banning the press. But they never really respond directly. In fact, they don't respond at all. So the question is, what of these three approaches is X more like Amazon, which in a week or so solves the problem of banning of in this case Ghislaine Maxwell related material, or is it more like the UN, taking the stiff upper lip and just ignoring or being untouchable, unreachable? It's not a question of touching them. It's a question of just restoring. In any event, we're going in and we'll be doing 2 stories on habeases and then the Alexander brothers at 10:30, but we can't do it on InnerCityPress until it's returned to us. To be continued.